everybody, this is Jeff here, and we are back. Today we're playing, again, the Axis. I'm the 352nd, and then the General's here with the 12 SS Panzer, and I'm just going to call this guy is here with the SS Panzer Grenadier Resident. On the other side we have Dino King as the 6th Airborne, Jonathan Zai as the 4th Armored, and Abort as the 3rd Canadian Infantry. Now, we'll switch this over to my view. There we go. I am on the far right as the 352nd. Initially, on our side, one of the other guys claimed it, but it's like, I don't have anything to cover a huge area like this, so let's switch. So I got the town, and since they're they're better suited, 12 SS Panzer, and then I cannot remember names, I'm sorry. The Grenadier Regiment, they're better suited to this area, and my guys can desperately hold on to this town. So, I've got all my guys. They split into two. One side goes over here, one part goes over here, and we're going to try to rush into this area. And yeah, it is indeed complex. It's going to be hard. M18 Hellcats. Jonathan Kai. In the 4th Armored. Why is an armored division going into a town? That's a bad deployment. Like, if I was up against the 3rd Canadian Infantry or the 6th Airborne, I probably would have been completely screwed, but no. So, I try to get a little bit clever and drop a JO-87D, have their bombs drop, to try to force these guys to unload. Didn't quite work as well as I was hoping it would. But it was a good opening, a good aggressive opening move. And it did slow down the command leader. The commander. So, I've got all my Ostruppen, because if there's one thing that's in this deck is a lot... metric arse ton of Ostruppen. And this is just hell. So this guy shows up. Immediately there's a fight between my Cubble machine gun and the WC-52, but he's got a better weapon. He's got a 50 cal. This guy does not have a 50 cal. So that guy's going to win. But I do manage to get the Ostruppen into town. And I've got a PZ35R and a PZ35R Panzerjäger and a basic little Panzer thing. Got my infantry in there, got my infantry in here. Against rifles. Kind of crappy infantry against equally kind of crappy infantry. Because the rifles, not really brilliant. Not bad, but not brilliant. And then he's got his Abrams there as well. Which is a serious problem for me, because I don't actually have much in the way of anti-tank. But we do spot the mortar. And so my guys do start to shoot at it. And Panzerjäger kills it. I bring this guy over here so he can get shots down the road. And get these tanks and this other machine gun jeep into position to provide fire support down here, because it's desperately needed. As I desperately use my JO-87Ds to hold back the armor on the border of the map. Because I've got stuff coming in. I've got another one of these... I think there's a Panzerjäger that'll be moving in eventually. Italian trucks. Yep, there's the Panzerjäger. It's only a... what is it? Pack 36. T? Who the frick is a Pack 36T belong to? Oh well. Destroyed the rifles there. The Hellcats moving back around the flank. this machine gun jeep exposed itself, got killed by the WC-52. I'm gonna have to see where this gun comes from. Pack 36T. Now we can quickly Google that on my data pad. Pack 36T. Search. Ah, Czechoslovakian. Okay. Skoda Works anti-tank gun. Mounted onto a French Renault 35 thing. Which these provide some good support. Just because they exist. This Hellcat, though, I can't do much about it, and here comes another wave of rifle and command unit. But another Ju-87 strike forces that to fall back. Try to use this thing to take it out, because he's in bad condition, so at that range... But no, snapshots it as he recovers and wipes out my little tank destroyer in the alleyway. Which, which as kind of just sucked. So, but he bails out. They bail out there. After being shot at by this guy. And this guy does a long-range shot on that. These things can be surprisingly useful on occasion. Just bailed out the Abrams. Now, I'm not able to follow up on that, but hey, it takes it out for the time being. This thing is still shooting that. This thing is hilarious to drive in World War II Online, if you ever play that. Good old game. This thing is hilarious, because it is freaking shit. It is so bad. You got the Ju-87D going in, dropping bombs, trying to kill that stinking tank. And these guys are way too far forward and getting killed. But, hey, 81mm mortar. I'm annoyed at your mortar. Let's kill it. Another wave of infantry going there. Putting my guys there. Prevent these guys from moving up. That guy there sees them. Starts to shoot. Shouldn't have let them shoot. But they're shooting now. So there's a firefight in this part of town. Allies have a victory at the moment. But this is just a never-ending fight here. This guy's being helpful. This guy was shockingly helpful the entire time. Drop smoke, smoke off the Hellcat, and start moving up the PZ35Rs and bringing in the infantry. Hoping that when the smoke clears, these guys can shoot on it. And the bazookas died somewhere. But he pulled back. So, oh well. I decided to hide these guys behind buildings again. No reason to leave them exposed. There's that bailed out tank. He's still there. Nothing I can really do to kill it at the moment. I suppose I could have moved this guy up, but... Would that guy have seen? Nope. I had a very small area where I could have moved this guy up to shoot at that. Here comes my bomber again. And too much anti-aircraft. This guy's now officially out of high explosive ammunition. I started using smoke just to kind of scare things away. Well, Some trucks coming up. Firefights start here again. This guy still has line of sight onto the town, onto that building. So he's firing his machine gun over. And his little tiny, tiny 37mm gun. The Hellcat spots my infantry in the open. And this guy actually got recrewed by the supply truck. So the Abrams command tank is back up. But the PZ35RT takes out that tank there. And now I've got two 35Rs. Well, I thought I did. This guy actually doesn't see that unit. So this guy ends up getting killed. Which is unfortunate. And then he backs up again. And this guy's just going to merrily shoot away at that infantry unit there. And here comes some more Osttrooping, because screw it, I've got lots of Osttrooping. More PZ35Rs. As my guys move to advance up to these buildings. I have these guys in hold fire now because there's just too much stuff over there that can shoot at them. They get pinned down. And my command unit there died. Moving all these guys up. Dropping mortars down. Don't have any supplies to resupply this guy yet. Trying to make up for it with other mortars and having the new one come in. But yeah, these guys trying to advance, not doing the best of jobs. They're not doing terrible jobs. Yeah, the lack of infantry anti-tank in an urban environment really kind of sucks. Osttrooping are not really known for being particularly good. So yeah, my front basically consisted of this and only this the entire time. In desperate bids to hold on to the town. And this guy's now shooting at that building. This guy was, just from the amount of fire he put down, a bit of an MVP. In terms of effectiveness, not especially. Trying to use this to take that out. I'll take this out again. Especially seeing as he's shooting at that. But no, I pull this guy back. I still move him up. Here's another attempt at trying to get rid of the Abrams, but it doesn't really work. Here comes that again. Another attempt to bomb the Abrams. As he makes his turn, falls back, and then dies. And falls into the town, nailing some Osttrooping. Got these infantry back into these buildings again, and now they've got some command as well. And then once they're there, they immediately end up pulling back. Let's see. But there's a giant gap over here, which is giving us a very nice salient and giving us a +1. The rest of the map didn't seem to be quite as busy as it did over here, as I just spent much of my game just looking at this little area. This guy shows up, hoping he'd be more useful than he was, but he wasn't. Somehow, some way I see this guy. By this guy. It's gotta be this one. Let's play a game of who spots the M7? That is a very good question. Is it you? Is it you? It might be you. It is you! This Ostrupen, with normal optics, can spot an M7 HMC all the way over here. Which is like freaking 1.5 kilometers away. Meanwhile, my scouts, they certainly can't spot anything. It seems like my using. So I wonder if there's a bug with how the scouting is assigned. But oh well. They're in the open. You're getting hit by a WC-52. That's unfortunate. Why am I dropping? Ah, because there's that thing there, and I know it's there. And this is still dueling with fricking the Sherman Abrams commander tank. Boom. You know, I'm just gonna call that the Abrams to annoy people. Because someone commented in one of my videos, that's not an Abrams tank. It's like, yeah, I know it's not an Abrams tank, but it is the Abrams commander. So I call him the Abrams. Because obviously the Abrams main battle tank doesn't exist in this time frame. Oh, got all three of my, well, got 2 of my mortars going. Getting a 3rd one back up again. And I've got my SK-18s I've brought in now. 105mm howitzers with a range of 4,000 meters. That can keep that guy suppressed a little bit. So, they found my grenadier unit. They brought another small wave of infantry. Dropped smoke. Good. I've got some more infantry coming in. So... Oh, he didn't die. He's just pulled back to here. But they've got their M4 there. And they're trying to flank me through this area here. Did that guy die? I don't see a blown up tank here. There's this thing that's blown up. Boom. I know one of these R35Rs killed a Sherman, but I don't know when it was. I don't think we've reached the point yet. That thing immediately dies when it sees that thing. And that guy is able to get the first shot off on that. So, again, I don't have anything to take care of that. And let's deploy all the infantry. Oh! That M4... Wait a minute. At that range... It is the side! He has the side! And there it goes! PZ35R kills a Sherman. What range is that? Just barely sees it, slightly over 400 meters, side shot. That's the sucker that did it. And this guy's just being annoying. So here comes the counter battery fire, going after the artillery that they got in the rear. This grenadier unit's kind of stuck up there. This And freaking Abrams' engine's destroyed and gets killed by this mortar. So the Abrams tank is now somewhere in here dead. Will I be able to see it at some point? I don't know. But it's dead now. Is it because it died off? Nope, there it is. I just don't see it. Yeah. This mortar, it got hit so many times with stuff, the mortar alone, this little 81mm mortar, finally was enough to kill it. But they've kind of pushed me out of these buildings here. Their half-track sees this guy. Oh, that's my plane. You're not gonna make it, are you? Nope, he made it. SK-18 is still firing. And these guys, unfortunately, get completely caught out right there under artillery fire. And now I'm down to the Erztruppen, which are even worse than the Osttruppen. And they're also stuck in the open, being shot at by an M405. And all these, and this freaking M16 back there. And the artillery. As these guys are engaging over there. This little R-35 pulled back. Dropping mortars and smoke. You're kind of out of ammunition for your MP40. Dropping some mortars on them now, trying to keep them from killing everybody here. But they're kind of doing a number on stuff there, and there's not a heck of a lot I can do about it right now. I pulled these guys back because they're down to one dude. There's like no reason getting you killed. Another bomber, and he drops, boys! And doesn't do much. Then proceeds to do a half circle and then fly away. So I'm moving these guys up now. Now that they can move again and that they're not pinned down anymore. Look at all the craters that are here now. Someone's backyard has been destroyed. Someone's town's been destroyed, for that matter. Heck. Here comes another half-track. I've got a Panzer IIIH now that's going to engage the half-track. Nope. He'll be lobbing shells at the infantry. With a shockingly low velocity 50 mil. Panzer 35 sees some armored rifles, starts opening fire on them. Panzer 35Rs have been surprisingly useful in this town. Can I see that that's dead yet? Nope. That's dead, though. Killed by little Panzer 35R. So yeah. They've sent another wave of infantry. No, it's just empty half-tracks. That's the Truppen moving in. They only got 96 rounds of this? They've only got 360 rounds of that? Wow. Do I still have an Osttruppen? I do. Oh, they get only 315. They get 96 as well. Wow, they're not given much in the way of supplies. Oh well. Boom! Killed by that. Trying to pin stuff down. Got that pinned. That guy's almost pinned. That guy did... Oh, he's actually alive. For the moment. That thing's going to drive out and expose itself if it keeps going that direction. Which it does. So out comes the 35R, and it gets lucky. There's too much stuff in the road to block the view. Up here comes that guy again. I've got my IG-18s over there. Not really a match for M476. Thought it was only an M476. But they've got that pinned down, and these guys will help secure the right. Just ground firing various targets there. Kind of annoyed by his existence. Die. Down he goes. So here come JU-87D and a JU-87G. Trying to pin these guys down. But only one pass, and I'm not sure if this guy... Oh, he dropped... Yeah, he dropped everything, but it wasn't all that brilliant. And these guys are out of ammunition. Oh, you die. To him. One of you got lucky, but you weren't going to be that lucky. Well, they did spot the mortar, but they didn't kill the mortar. And then he will die in just a moment. Driver wounded, can't withdraw. Third shot kills him. And the smoke didn't come in time. Crazy, crazy fight for this town. In the meantime, though, over here, the general pushed through into the open. And they don't have much here, so it gives a giant salient, which gives us a +2. Thankfully, Stug's on my left over there. This guy here, showed up in time to stop pushes through here. Still lost a supply truck there. But, oh well. It does force the Sherman 76 to pull back. Got that guy rearmed. Got a supply truck coming for these. There it is. And I have a Jagdpanther, which is also going to help secure this side. Boom. That is falling back. But, no, denied. No falling back for you. Oh, this thing spotted a mortar. Destroyed. There's a Sherman there. Firing at the Jagdpanther. Bailed out. Not that being bailed out is like the worst thing in the world, because you can actually come back from that, as it turns out. JU-87D shows up. I'm using the IG-18 to make sure that stays away. Got the 76. And this is going to open fire on him. These things have a shockingly effective high explosive round. I put them there thinking they'd both be in the circle, but no, they're just barely out of range. Got the Nebelwerfer, because I know there's a bunch of stuff in there. And boy, did I pick the right spot to drop the Nebelwerfer rounds down on. Falling back after being shot at by the Jagdpanther. This thing's being harassed to death. Possibly literally by the IG-18. But no, he'll be hit by the HMC before it can drop enough high explosive rounds on that to kill it. And in fact, he dies to the HMC. Which almost killed that. Was almost killed by the Jagdpanther. So that's falling back. Some more stuff is moving in. Into the wrong spot. Hi! Misses. What's your accuracy? 7. With 2 stars. Not quite good enough, though. You see how badly damaged it is by the damage skin on it. Because you can just pelt high explosive at tanks long enough that they will die. As that guy found out. When he finally went down to a mortar round, it appears he's actually kind of in the building. So yeah, it's been crazy. Slows down over here. It's kind of slowing down elsewhere, too. Sherman 3, Firefly. These are reloading now. I can see all this stuff that's in front of me. I'm kind of trying to sneak this thing around to take care of things. That's falling back now. Dies. Not sure to what. Maybe one of these things. They're just dropping artillery around. Bit of respite after the crazy fight that was this town. Dropping my rounds back here from the SK-18s. Maybe kill him, maybe won't. No, pins it down, but they're not even causing losses to it yet. I've got some more stuff moving up. I'm pretty much out of infantry at this point, because all of it died in the fight for the town. And I don't want to move up, because I don't want to lose what infantry I have. Because the situation... Oh, that does finally die. The situation for me isn't brilliant without having any infantry. Oh, for fuck's sake, cat. We surrender. I love my cats. They're counter-battering my SK-18, so I gotta have an M12. Yep, there they are. M12 GMCs. The only thing the Allies have that can shoot back. Drop these in. Destroy another rifles. Destroy more of the town. Who needs the town anymore? Not much to take when the town's gone. Trying to get this half-track as well. Half-track's almost dead. Because they're open-topped, you can kill those half-tracks with mortars. Takes a few times, and sometimes you get lucky and it drops right into the top. Because it's open. It drops right into these seats. Takes it right out. But that's not what usually happens. Got another Jagdpanther on the left, on the right. So I got one on the left and got one on the right. Actually very secure in that regard. Let's pause this and hide the HUD and go through the town. Actually, let's go to neutral. Now hide the HUD. See them in some of these buildings. There's a killed Sherman there. Not sure what killed that. Half track, half track. There's a dead plane there. Killed half track. Just looking around. Dead tank. Another dead tank. The miracle kill. A Sherman killed by an R-35. There'll be a couple dead R-35s somewhere. There's one. You're dead. That truck is dead. A dead Jeep there. Burned out town here. Dead half track. There is a... Hide the HUD again. There's a few things I'm not seeing that are dead because I didn't actually see them die. Oh, some random little truck car. Another half track. Another half track. Just looking around at the devastation that is this village. Should have done this before and after screenshot. Blown up thing there. Blown up thing there. There'll be a blown up half track there. And somewhere over here is a blown up. There it is. Hellcat. Yeah. It's been crazy. And now it is quiet. He's probably out of infantry. He doesn't actually have much. If I'd pushed up with these guys, I could have just gone through. But he's got his Hellcats there. And I believe I see... Yeah, I see one Hellcat. I just didn't want to be flanked by Hellcats. I was hoping this guy would move up further with some stuff over here that could help me take care of the Hellcats, but... Nope. We've got a +3 anyway, as I've managed to hold the town. I have these things coming up to try to take care of these Hellcats. And of course they break right into the freaking enemy fire. This guy still gets that tank. But they're Ju-87s. The flying tank, the bullet sponge. There is a weak spot on these things. Can we look around the plane? There's a weak spot on these. If you get a 45mm round, it's not rendered in the game, but if you could, it was rendered in another game, you could guarantee to set these suckers on fire by hitting just in the wing roots, and you'd hit the fuel tank. It's like a guaranteed way to set those suckers on fire. But you had to be really good to hit that specific spot. And in World War II Online, when I was like 18, I was good enough. I don't think I could aim like that now. Push those guys back. I've got these flamethrower infantry to go into the town here. I was expecting more. No, no, no. Damn it. Now we got his shit. I didn't see the timer. I got the losses and everything from him. Great. Oh well. So, I somehow came out with a 2-to-1 kill-to-death ratio. Which is about where everybody else was except for Allah. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and I'm going to get my kills and losses screen. We'll be right back. Alrighty, so we're back with the actual kill screen. Total victory. Lovely doubly. Please respond. There we go. So, we already know what we got here. History. Yada yada yada. Kills. This guy got one of those. The Osttroopen did... No! One of the Osttroopen actually got a half-track, some rifles. This guy got the bazooka. This guy got the Zutter. Got the M18 Hellcat, the WC-52. This mortar, 81 mil, got the 60 mil, this GMC and some cavalry scouts. The Martyr 2 did shit, basically, for what its value is. This PZ35R managed to get an M4A1 because of the side shots. It's amazing if you use there are some situations where anything can kill anything else. I have killed a tiger with a Stuart. So, and then the guy immediately quit afterwards. So yeah, if you do things right, it doesn't really matter what you're up against. This guy got the M4A1 and the M4105. This guy got 2 rifles and a half-track. This one, this GW81 mil, got the M475 Abrams. If you pound it enough, it will die. And also an army leader. Grenadiers got 2 machine guns, 2 heavy machine guns. PZ35 got a half-track, a mortar, and some armored light machine gun rifles. Osttruppen got a heavy machine gun. Grenadiers got some half-tracks and armored rifles. That was all the Panzer III killed, of course. The Osttruppen even got some stuff like a half-track. 190 got the B-26B. Jagdpanther got the M8 and both M4A176s. Nebula Werfer got a lot of stuff there, and that Nebula Werfer got one thing, and this SK-18 got got a 25-pounder. The thing that killed most of my stuff, besides this M4105, which got a lot of infantry, was, of course, the Abrams dude. This guy drives me nuts whenever I run into him, because it's hard to take care of an M4 in Phase A. He got so much. And he snapshotted so much, too. It's like, oh, I'm routed and withdrawing. Oh, no. Oh, I've rallied. Boom, your guy's dead. Oh, I'm running away again. It's just like the snapshots this guy pulled off in this match is crazy. But he eventually just got high explosive to death. So he died. But oh well. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and we'll be back next time. Thank you all for watching my video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you enjoyed it. Also, don't forget to hit that stupid little bell thing that YouTube has added, because otherwise you won't get notifications of any new videos if you subscribe. Also, follow me on Twitter, @GenJeft, as I always have my video updates on there, so you will never miss a video if you're on my Twitter feed, because they'll all be posted. And any other dumbass comment I make as well. So, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.